A young man who was viciously attacked by a driver after a car crash Halloween night is speaking out. 20-year-old Ismael Perez says he was driving past a home on the south side that was hosting a Halloween party when someone pulled out and hit his car. Perez says he got out to talk with that driver, but he didn't want to exchange information because he sensed something was not right, so he pulled out his phone and started recording. He then returned to his car but couldn't lock the doors because of the crash. That's when he says the driver dragged him out and beat him.
He throws me on the ground, and I know he started punching me, and I remember him kicking my eye like that, and just punching me, and then he had stepped on my hand.
And Perez says he suffered a concussion. Police say they have identified the suspect's truck and are now working with the dealership to identify the suspect as well. If you'd like to help Perez in his recovery, his GoFundMe is posted on KENS5.com. Today is Election Day. Americans will decide the future of our country and our city. Presidential candidates spent last night delivering their closing arguments in battleground states. Vice President Kamala Harris held a star-studded rally and a concert in Philadelphia focusing on unity. Former President Trump focused on immigration in his final rally in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And in Texas, a showdown, voters will be deciding on the biggest statewide contest, the race for U.S. Senate. Incumbent Ted Cruz is locked in a competitive contest with Democrat Congressman Colin Allred. The former NFL linebacker believes that he has what it takes to win a statewide election and turn Texas blue. Both parties are spending a lot of money to win this race. They believe Texas is the key to controlling the U.S. Senate. Another major race, U.S. House District 23. Fresh off a tight primary, Congressman Tony Gonzalez looking for Texans to grant him another congressional term. He takes on Democrat Santos Limon. Limon is a civil engineer who has worked most of his life in the railroad industry. And in Bexar County, one of the hottest races is for sheriff. Current Sheriff Javier Salazar running for re-election, seeking a third term since taking over in 2016. His opponent, Republican Nathan Buchanan. Buchanan is a former law enforcement officer who served in the Castle Hills Police Department and Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Now, on the ballot today, you'll also see important city charter items and 6 propositions. Proposition E proposes pay raises for the San Antonio City Council and the mayor. And if it passes, it would cost San Antonio taxpayers $270,000 and would go into effect in May. 3 council members voted against it. Now, there are more propositions and races you'll be voting on. Check out the full list on KENS5.com. And remember, today polls are open until 7 tonight. Nearly half of registered voters in Bexar County have already cast their ballots. According to the Elections Department, more than 500,000 people voted in early voting. You can vote today at any of the poll sites across Bexar County. A photo ID is required, political clothing is prohibited, and people are not allowed to use their cell phones at voting stations. Be sure to check out the 2024 Voter Guide on KENS 5 Plus, available now on Roku, Apple, and Fire TV. You can see a breakdown of what's on the ballot, polling locations, and hours. We have special election team coverage tonight with non-stop live results and analysis streaming on KENS 5 Plus starting at 7 p.m. until 10:30 tonight. Now, if you need a ride to the polls, VIA has you covered with free rides. All you have to do is present a valid voter registration card to the bus operator. VIA recommends using the Transit app or via Go Mobile Plus app. A man is shot in the middle of a Southeast Side shopping center's parking lot, and this was the scene on Goliad Road Monday morning. Police say the victim was standing in that lot when the suspect pulled up in his SUV and fired 1 round. The man was rushed to the hospital. According to investigators, a witness gave a description of the getaway SUV, and they later found it at a nearby gas station. The shooter was taken into custody.
See something, say something, be alert of your surroundings. This is not random. We don't know what caused it, but I'm very thankful to the witness that decided to call it in.
Police say the suspected shooter and victim do know each other. A woman accused of trying to sell her newborn online was due in court Monday, but her court date was reset. According to documents, Juniper Bryson, who lives in Houston, is accused of trying to sell her baby to the highest bidder on Facebook back in September. The sale or purchase of a child in the state of Texas is a felony, and anyone convicted could face 2 to 10 years in prison and be fined up to $10,000. You know, many of our local school districts canceled classes today because of the election. Tons of people, though, are going to be waiting at the polls to vote. So checking in with Paul to see if we're going to get any rain.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's pretty much pushed out of the way now. So clouds this morning, but lots of sunshine this afternoon. 77 for a high. Once the sun goes down, it will turn cooler.